Let's go back to 2020 and 2021 to take a look at CN's ex-Wisconsin Central switchers in today's feature, Stevens Point Workhorses. For many years, Stevens Point, Wisconsin was the site of a small fleet of the once ubiquitous SW1500. Whether in repainted CN colors with WC reporting marks, or still in original WC paint, the switchers always put on a good show. The sun is setting on another day in the yard. A friendly crew works cuts of cars on the north side. It was not often that you'd hear the engineer blow the horn on these units, since they were assigned to yard work. We lucked out this evening with a friendly honk from the engineer. We'll fast forward to a mild day in December. Two crews are working feverishly to put northbound trains together this afternoon. Our first WC switcher in original paint can also be seen, and we'll get a closer look at this unit a little later on. Just across Michigan Avenue at the diesel ramp and small shop facility, we get a look at some of the power sitting around today, including that WC switcher. The 1560 was a February 1968 graduate of EMD. In March of 2021, we meet up with 1560 and Company again, as they continue to work their last years on the CN system. We'll catch this set under the lights in our next clip. While the switch crew goes about their work, it seems we have a little situation brewing over at the shop. A much newer CN unit is experiencing mechanical issues, spewing white smoke across the neighborhood. A worker checks over the engine as other activities continue on. Later that year, CN has added a massive tunnel motor to switching duties. This odd couple was just one variation of the engines used during this time, and it made for a memorable sight. The tunnel motor is a long way from ore train service as it toils in the yard today. The yard is looking pretty full, and once again, two separate switch crews are at work. Swinging around to the south side of the yard along Patch Street, we catch sunshine on the pair of SW1500s working on the other switch job. With a long cut of cars, they'll make a nice run by for us. The big 902 and her partner continue to work cars on the other side of the yard. The 1560 seems to have disappeared for a moment as the conductor lines switches for their next move. Over on the main line, a fast-moving unit potash train approaches. After the potash train clears, we get another look at the switchers before calling it an afternoon. It's dinner time in Stevens Point, and the finale of this short program. Crews continue working as the sun sets, making for beautiful late daylight. The engines will continue working overnight, preparing cars for outbound trains. catch one final switch move with the 902 and 1559 as they grab a 5-pack of double-stack containers, moving them to an adjacent track. WC-1563 was put into fresh CN paint and was donated to the National Railroad Museum in Green Bay, Wisconsin, about an hour and a half to the east. I hope you've enjoyed this look at these classic Stevens Point workhorses.